We all know that plastics are all around us and we use them every day. But did you know that plastics are actually huge polymers made up of individual monomers? Take for example this bottled water. It's made of polyethylene terephthalate, and we can tell that by looking at the plastic recycling code on the bottom, 1 representing PETE. There are 7 total recycling codes and we can see them listed here. These codes can always be found somewhere on the plastic product, and each code represents a different type of plastic. Some are easier to recycle than others. Collectively, across the globe, we used approximately 300 million tons of plastic last year, and only 10% of that was recycled. Approximately 7 million tons of that wound up in the ocean, hurting the animals who live in it and the Earth's natural beauty. But when we do recycle these plastics, they commonly go to recycling facilities, where they are processed either chemically or mechanically to be broken down and reused.
There are 3 common industrial recycling processes that polymers can go through: mechanical recycling, chemical recycling, and thermal recycling. First, let's talk about mechanical recycling. Mechanical recycling uses mechanical processes such as grinding, washing, regranulating, and compounding to turn polymer waste into materials to make new polymer products. Next, we have chemical recycling. Chemical recycling uses chemical reactions to break down polymers that are really hard to recycle into their basic monomers or hydrocarbon units, which can be used as material for products such as fuel and synthetic gas. Finally, let's talk about thermal recycling. This method is typically applied to polymers with low quality. It involves the burning of polymers to produce heat, which power plants can use to generate electricity. The source of energy can also be used to power other industrial processes. However, the burning of polymers emits a large amount of toxic fumes, which has to be treated thoroughly before being discharged into the atmosphere.
Governments have the power to really change the world. They should be making the changes we need to save the environment, not us. For instance, enacting some policies to stimulate the development of environmentally friendly materials to replace plastic. It's all very well and good expecting the government to encourage recycling, but we all have a duty as citizens to do our bit to protect the planet. We can start by recycling everything that can be recycled, putting those items in the recycling bin instead of the general waste bin. In our daily life, as we mentioned before, every plastic container or bottle has a recycling symbol, which ranges from 1 to 7 within a triangle. Plastic number 1, polyethylene terephthalate, which is recycled into bags, paneling, fiber. Plastic number 2, high-density polyethylene, which is recycled into pens, recycling containers, detergent bottles. Plastic number 3, polyvinyl, which is recycled into paneling, flooring, decks, and roadway gutters. Plastic number 4, low-density polyethylene, which is recycled into paneling and shipping envelopes. Plastic number 5, polypropylene, which is recycled into auto battery cases, bins, signal lights, and bicycle racks. Plastic number 6, polystyrene, which is recycled into egg cartons, foam packing, and insulation. Plastic number 7, other kinds of plastic, which can be recycled into plastic lumber and other custom-made products. It's really best to avoid using all plastics if you are able, but at the very least, avoid recycling symbol 3, 6, and 7. While number 1 is considered safe, it's also best to avoid this plastic. Look for symbols 2, 4, and 5, as these plastics are considered to be the safest. In the end, plastics will still be used, but you can certainly limit your use of the product. Instead of buying plastic water bottles or other plastic containers, choose glass or invest in a high-quality water filtration system to obtain your water from. When thousands or millions of us work together, we can make the world a better place.